and they'll keep holding each other's hand.
Yeah, that happens here. They're not gay though.
Yeah, but they're not gay. It's just like a brotherhood thing.
Brotherhood,
Yeah. And
very good point.
And they walk down the road hand in hand, chatting.
Yes.
So they got to the restaurant.
Yes.
And then,
and they're not gay. No,
they're
I
not.
swear to God.
Hi guys, welcome to Kenganda. My name is Janita Maya and this is the Repat podcast. I'll let my co-hosts introduce themselves.
What up, people? DJ Maintain, Londoner, first generation Caribbean, Dominica, and St. Kitts and Nevis.
Okay.
O'Shea Duke Jackson,
Hey.
African American, Sacramento, California. You know what time it is. West Coast.
You know why? I love how foreigners are so proud of where they come from. It's like, I can't be saying, I'm a Ugandan and then Kampala 256.
What's wrong with that? Why can't you say that?
No, another time. But anyway, O'Shea actually got this comment for us. He was reading the comments. We actually do read your comments. We want you to know that you're very special to us. So whatever you put out there in the comment section, we are reading it. And we know our frequent commenters. We love you. Thank you so much for being with us from the beginning.
Definitely.
And we saw this comment that I'm going to read out to you guys. So let's listen. This is from Anita Cameroon, and she said, I would love to travel to the African continent, but people like me are hated. I'm poor, disabled, and gay. I'm not safe here in the US, but to be hated in the motherland would be traumatic. People don't want to talk about this, but I get squeamish hearing come home when black people like me would never be welcome. Now, let me repeat that. She is poor, disabled, and gay. So, are gay people accepted or allowed in this country or in Africa at large?
Let's let Maintain solve the problem today.
Solve. I don't know about solve. Sorry, what was your question again?
Are gay people allowed? She says that she doesn't want to come back to the motherland because she feels like she's not safe in the US, but she feels like she'll be hated in the motherland. So she can't come back as a gay person because it's like the motherland it's not accepting of who she is.
Oh, right. Okay, I get it. There's some countries like the one we live in right now where it's illegal, right?
Yeah, it is.
Homosexuality is illegal.
Yeah.
So that must be very off-putting for someone like her in a situation, right?
Right.
But in my personal experience of living in Uganda, there's a lot of spaces and a lot of safe spaces for people like our commenter. What was her name again? Cameron.
Anita
Cameron. Yeah, Anita Cameron. So it's not as bad as you may think, but you've got to watch your back. That's what I would say. What about Janita? You living here as a Ugandan?
No. Let's go to you. Then we come to me.
I think there's so many people in this country who live under the rock and want to close their eyes to the fact that there are gay people living and breathing and walking among us. I happened to go for Nyege the last year.
Yeah.
And there were so many gay people there. People were loving themselves in the open. People were dressing how they wanted. Men were in wigs with a full face beat. You know, a lot was happening in the see-through vests. You know, a lot was happening. So it's not openly accepted, but they exist. If that helps her in any way.
Yeah. So let me say this. I know I talked a lot. I try to be quick. I try to make this quick. So we went to the A. Bryant's Fashion Awards. We covered it. I was there. Of course, I was in the video too, right? But I just want to play like a few seconds of the interviews for certain individuals that was on the red carpet, right? There's two in particular. One with the blonde hair. So we're going to do that right now. And then we're going to come back.
Alexandra. Yeah, from Turkey.
Oh, that's lovely. And what is the inspiration behind the outfit?
Behind the outfit?
Yeah.
This is my idea. I just sent her the idea and she designed what I feel.
Okay, so we saw that. Those people in my honest opinion, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to understand what their lifestyle is about. Okay? We went to the Kampala Chakali fashion show just recently. Mm-hmm. It's undisputed what's happening there. Here's the problem. If you are an African American and you're gay, and you come here and try to be gay, Africans gonna say, these people were not like this before you got here. You brought that here. So if you see somebody from, let's say, the A. Bryant's Fashions Awards show, it definitely was gays everywhere. Oh, he's Ugandan, he's gay, but don't ask, don't tell. We don't really know. He never came out and said he's gay, so we don't know.
Yeah.
But if you come here as a foreigner and do that, Africans are going to say, see what those African Americans are doing? They're bringing homosexuality to Uganda or to Africa. And they're going to blame you. And there was a situation when we used to have, we won't call the person's name, but there was a situation, if you remember, in my apartment. Some woman brought a girl over to my house. Okay? This is during lockdown. We were shooting something. I won't tell you what we were shooting. But the girl was bisexual. I didn't know it. The person who brought them didn't tell me because the girl started sitting on her lap right there.
Yeah.
I said, bro, what are you doing? He goes, oh, no, they're not together. The girl just ended up telling me that they were together. But I said, bro, you know what you're going to do? People are going to say that I am encouraging homosexuality in Africa. And one thing I noticed about the diaspora, those who have left, those are the biggest critics. People think that nothing is wrong in Africa. You don't have gays. You don't have bisexuals. It only comes when you bring it here. Even with the dating show, they criticize us for that. Yeah. Oh, you girls are exploiting African women. Have you been to a club here in Kampala and see how these girls dress? Some of them. Listen, this is wild. It was 14 million people here in 1986. It's now almost 50. Mm-hmm. Somebody been fucking here to do something.
Oh God.
Right? So it's cheating going on here in Africa. It's lying. It's killing. It's everything going on somewhere else. But if it happens, they didn't do it. You Americans did it. So with that perspective, the answer is to know that it goes on here. If you have money, it helps. But if you're an American and you're here, they're gonna get you, especially if you're a guy. I would say stay away. If that's my perspective. If you're, because somebody's gonna say, especially like, well, lady's an older lady. You out here dealing with a younger girl. Oh, the lady could be already going that way.
Yeah.
But you're gonna get blamed for it. So I think to a large part of it, she's right. My honest opinion, that's a risk that I wouldn't take.
Okay.
Maintain, what do you have to say?
On the flip side of that,
Yes.
Some things that I've seen
Mm-hmm.
in my time living here, she could potentially encounter danger.
Yes,
True,
for
she
sure.
will.
But
Yes.
there's also spaces which would embrace someone like her.
Yes.
And I've seen these spaces. So
What
I'm like,
spaces are those? Give us names.
Yeah, maintain.
bleep
Yeah.
them out.
Hold on. Wait.
Give us a little bit. Give us a little.
I'm just going to keep it as spaces for now. And
The military gonna show up tomorrow.
yeah, for real.
What are you doing in our country?
But yeah, so I'm like 50-50 with it. But I see, a lot of, like, one thing that surprised me growing up in London, because like guys just don't do that here. I've seen guys like just chatting, chilling, and he may owe the guy money and he'll slap the money in his hand and they'll keep holding each other's hand.
Yeah, that happens here. They're not gay though.
Yeah, but they're not gay. It's
Not
just
gay.
like a brotherhood
They'll live
thing.
in
Brotherhood,
hag.
yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
normal
yeah,
thing.
and they
Very good point.
And they walk down the road hand in hand, chatting.
Yes.
till they got to the restaurant.
Okay, now-
Yes.
And
And
then-
they're not gay. No,
They're
I
not-
swear
no.
to God, they're not
Holding
gay.
hands, walking
Yes,
down the road.
yes, I have
You haven't
seen
seen
it.
Ugandan men hold
Side-eye.
hands, and it's not even.
Yes.
But it's not even like on
No.
a
Listen.
gay thing. It's just like,
He's
yo,
right.
you're my brother.
But like
you say it.
holding hands and walking down the road is a whole
Yeah.
different. That's like 1 kilometer or something.
It wasn't a 1 kilometer. I never said it was a 1 kilometer. It was like maybe they walked 20 yards to the restaurant they was going
yeah,
to.
that's fine. They do that.
Yeah, I see that a lot. Yeah,
But in America, we think you gay.
yeah, exactly.
In London,
In
yeah.
London
You
as
do
well.
that?
You'd see that, and people would just assume, okay,
Because we have men who hug. Men hug here. They hug each other. It's a normal thing.
Yeah, we hug in London and in
But you
America
guys
too.
just give like taps on
Yeah. You in the United States is like this.
So I think like in that, if you have that sort of comfortability about your own person already, then there's potential for, people like
But you know what? Her being a female, I don't think she'll be hated as much if she was a male. So if she says she's gay and she's female, I'm thinking she's interested in other women, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. That's true. Yeah. But I feel like when women are together, people may think, oh, they're just being drunk or they're just being funny. Like they're being cute.
Yeah.
So I don't think she's gonna get that much hate.
Yeah.
Because it will just be seen as, oh, it's just two girls, feeling themselves. I feel like men would even enjoy seeing them together. I don't think the hate she'll get as a woman won't be as much as the hate she would have gotten if she was a man.
Right.
Yeah.
But the thing is this, though. We have to understand that the East African community has been vehemently against homosexuality. Museveni has debated this on Al Jazeera and done fairly well in those debates, and has gotten, for a lot of the devout, which are a lot of people in the Christian community, Pentecostal community, a lot of people don't like homosexuality and they don't appreciate it. I would also say this. A lot of people who are moving back to Africa, one of the reasons why, and I'm not saying this is in my opinion, I'm not saying they don't dislike the person. They don't want to be around the culture that might be occurring in the States. One of the reasons why people are moving back to Africa is to get away from that world, from around their kids. It's something that's happening, right? People don't say anything about it, but people will say, look, I don't want my kids growing up with the whole transgenderism and all stuff like that, right? Like you see it. But then the thing you gotta also understand is, for those people who do like it and it's okay with it, you're not the people that's in power. And rules can be broken if you have, let's say, if you're somebody, let's say like Tom Ford. Everybody know Tom Ford is gay. But I wear Tom Ford cologne. Kevin Samuels loved Tom Ford. I love Tom Ford. Tom Ford come to Kampala. Tom Ford is also white and he's also rich. So, I mean, there you go. Like, Museveni might not have a problem with somebody like that can do something for the economy. You open up a Tom Ford store here, he's not going to say nothing.
Yeah.
But if you're her, I'm poor, I'm disabled.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm gay. It's like, it's for people here, for somebody to want to maybe forgive that, like in the black church. I grew up in the black church. We've had our greats that were gay in the church. There was the Reverend James Cleveland. There was the Reverend allegedly Charles Nix. There is Richard Smallwood. Get it? Smallwood. I mean, how many of our organists in the church and choir directors in the church were gay? But the one thing that was Donnie McKirkland, if you heard him, he's gay. He said he's not gay anymore, but he was gay.
He's not gay anymore.
I'm not gay no more. You seen that clip?
No.
You ever seen the clip?
I haven't seen it.
Hold on. We're going to play that clip right now.
Do you believe that the Lord tonight has set you free?
Yes, sir.
Turn around and tell those people.
Tell them.
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I said I like women. Women. I said women. I'm not.
All right, so then I'll you send this clip. So in the church, don't ask, don't tell. Because the music ministry in the black church is like 70% of the service. So if you can play the organ, you can sing, you gay, look, long as you don't do it here, I'm not gonna ask you what you was doing. It's none of my business. I think, and I'm not saying about this country, but I think in overall, there's people who are gay. If you're a producer, maybe they can sleep under the rug. But I think that if you're a foreigner, you're not gonna get that pass, especially as a black foreigner, because then anything that happens that's going on here, black Americans are gonna get the blame. Foreigners, black British are gonna get the blame. You guys, we have a fine line we can walk here in this country. We can do all the great things. It's great. Something happened, you brought it here. Nobody else brought it here. You brought it here. People will be in it. So that's that's something that I don't know if you want to deal with that. Like America is already cool for you because you have no support here. If something happens to you, it's better to be in the West.
Yeah.
If you're going to be, in my opinion, you know what the laws are here. So
You know, I never saw it from that point of view. The fact that you like her being a foreigner can also play a part in that. Because whether she likes it or not, they will see it as her bringing in the bad.
Yeah, so the judgment is there, right?
Yeah.
Like you're bringing your Western way.
Exactly.
Yeah, sort of thing. Sort of mentality.
She'll definitely be judged because at the end of the day, if you come to a country and you know the head of state himself is against it, then whether it's accepted or not, you have to keep that in mind. I know that it's not like if they pounce on you and then they kill you.
Yeah. Then we worried about Africa. And then also a lot of people, like I said, in Africa, in the diaspora, feel like Africa is perfect, even though they left. So you left here for a reason. But now you're somewhere in Chicago because your ass ain't here. And I'm talking to many of y'all that talk shit in the comments. You Negroes is in Des Moines, Iowa, New York City, somewhere in London, you know, where it's all there. And you talking about you guys are destroying Africa. Listen, everything going on in London is going on here.
True.
Joburg, talk about gays in South Africa. It used to be like, they would beat you for that. Go to Santon City Mall. It's right there. You know, like it's there.
Men in crop tops.
It's there. I'm going to mention an event that DJ Maintain. Storytime music. So check this out. I know I'm being long with it, but I can tell a story. Maintain DJs all through Kampala, right? Mm-hmm. So he's like, yo, why don't you come to this particular Sunday brunch?
Shut down the computer. Get out the house.
I'm not gonna say what happened, what the name of the event was, but Sunday brunch, right? So in any case, I was there. So now going there, and the organizer has a pretty interesting crowd. That's all I'm gonna say. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I get there. It was a lot of girls. It was a lot of women, right? Mm-hmm. But then there was a guy that was like dancing on the stage.
No, not the stage, bro. The table.
The table. And so I'm looking at Maintain like, is this what I think it is?
What was he wearing?
I was afraid for him.
For who? For the one dancing or for Shay?
For both. I was joking. But no, the guy on the table. Because some people might not like that. Because he was very
what was he wearing that made you know that he's gay? First of all,
listen, it wasn't even what he was wearing. It was his confidence. It was the way he was comfortable with who he was, and he was like showing people.
Was he whining? What was he?
Okay, Jonita,
please,
for your sake,
picture, yes.
I'll paint the picture.
Thank you.
Okay, so he had like a string vest on, like a crop top string vest, right?
Okay,
I had like very short shorts on. And he was dancing on the table.
Oh, okay. I see.
And now we're in the middle of town and it's an outdoor bar. So people outside can see him because he's on the table, people inside. And I was afraid for him because all it took was one person just go. Yeah. So that took me back. But also, save space for him. Mm-hmm. And that's what I was talking about earlier about spaces. There are places where you can just, you can be yourself. Yeah. If that's what you want to do and be comfortable with it and feel safe.
Right.
So, it was very enlightening to see, but also very scary because I know some people just don't in Uganda, Kampala, they just don't stand for that.
Yeah. And Oshay, how did that make you feel?
I mean, I'm trying not to get canceled or anything, but I was shocked to see that happen so out in the open. Like when I went to the A. Bryant's Fashion Awards, I'm going to just be honest. When it's fashion, I kind of expect, because a lot of people in that gay people are very talented. So you look about modeling, music, anything, even in health sector. In America, gays are in every part of the economy. So I'm not shocked to see it there. But here, fashion, you're going to see probably gays. Events, things like that. But I was shocked to see it like a guy dancing on the table when I'm pretty sure like it's a lot of big spenders that come there.
Yeah.
I mean, so I was like, wow. But again, that guy is a Ugandan person. You're not going to be a black American dude doing that because they're going to get you up out of here, I think, in my honest opinion. Yeah. You know, because there's certain things that people that are here, like there's also Ugandan privilege. True. There are things Ugandans can do.
Right.
That Americans can just not do. And there are things that we're able to do that they can't do. But one of them things is not to be bisexual, in my honest opinion. I think that if there was a situation here where there was a lady that was from America that was gay, African American lady, and ran her up out of here. I know that personally.
Right.
Yeah.
They got her up. They got her up out. She had to leave. Somebody found out, deported her. So that's why I say a lot of people don't really like that here. That matter. You know what I mean? Like people have power don't like it, or for whatever reason don't like you. They can always use it as a crutch. Like, oh, well, you're gay anyway? Okay, well, let me deal with you in this way. Mm-hmm. So I think that this place is not yet there. I don't know if it would ever be there, but for me personally, I wouldn't risk something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that you should be where you need to be, where you feel like the United States, you have protection.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
We were speaking about something off air, Jonita.
What was it?
Would you like to, it was about in Uganda, there was a religious.
Oh yeah,
there's
some religious top leaders went on TV and all media outlets and denounced being gay or being a lesbian. No, they didn't denounce it. They just denounced the act itself in the country. They say they do not support it. They are not with it. They are not for it. They are against it. And the president later on thanked them for doing that. Like it was like, so random. Like out of nowhere, they just said, "Oh, we're here today. We're against gay people and lesbians and all that. The LGBTQ IA or something community." It was.
So they're making a point.
Yep.
Can I say this?
Yes.
I think that I'm saying in general. There was a guy in the United States by the name of Pastor Ted Haggard. And he used to be like bringing fire and brimstone against the gays. A lot.
Was he gay?
Lo and behold, story time music. Old pastor there was preaching in the pulpit against homosexuality and booty clapping sounds. You getting smacked up at night, and then they found out, they exposed it. Now I'm just saying for people who might be coming out against it, I'm not saying here, but in general, what I found out is that you have those people who are also and could also, in general, this is in America, right? I'm not trying to tell anybody is gay anywhere, but the people who are vehemently can be against it, I found in America, have also been gay themselves. So what I'm saying is that you have people in the United States, even it's hard for a lot of, I notice like black men. I mean, now people can come out and say that they're gay. Everybody's coming out gay now in America. It's okay. Football players, they're doing it more or less in retirement. Nobody's really doing it.
Yeah.
Like, what if LeBron James came out and said he's gay tomorrow? Like everybody would be like, oh shit, he just dunked on somebody. But hey, gay people can just do anything anybody else can do. They still men, right? Like this is a guy that can whoop your ass. He's gay. I mean, it's been
very taboo in sports though.
Yeah, Emilio Castillo was one of the greatest like middleweight. He killed the guy in the ring. He's gay. Come to find out, or bisexual. So that don't mean anything. He's still a man. But I think like, I think that what you may have in repressive things like that, people who talk like that, you might also have that culture of, hey, this person might be
gay. You know what? To support what you're saying, there's a certain religion. I won't say the name. May God forgive me.
Don't say the name. We don't want.
And I think because the preachers have restrictions that they can't have women, they turn to the young boys. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, that's
but it exists. You hear stories like that, like
big issue in the church.
I don't want to say the preacher is doing something with the young boys behind the scenes, and then they can't say anything because like, what are you gonna say against this man that everyone looks up to?
Against this man of the Lord, but he's just a man and he's taking advantage. So
but then also on the flip side, we have. I saw a TikTok video and this gay person was coming out to talk, and then he was saying how most gay people don't tell you the bad side to being gay. They just glamorize it. Especially for Ugandans, by the way. Let's talk about it. Because as a Ugandan, if you say you're gay and then you say, oh, I'm not safe in my country, you can easily get a visa to go out. You know that?
Can you?
You can.
People are lying about that too.
Yeah, they
say they're gay, so they can.
I'm lying about it.
I got a friend who's
so it's an actual thing.
I got a friend whose stepdad that said he was gay and got about a Nigerian. He married some woman. It's crazy.
Wow, that's a flex.
But it's a thing. Like people, if you go and say, hey, I don't feel safe because of what I am, people are not happy with me and I fear for my life, they'll give you a visa. They'll give it to you. You leave the country just like that. But then you see that there's so many young men now turning to being gay because of that and the fact that there are men who are funding this particular lifestyle by giving them money to experiment. Someone's like, oh, just try it out and then know if you are. And then
hold on, sorry to interrupt you. Please remember where you were.
Oh, sorry.
Try it out.
Yeah.
Like it's an outfit.
No, but I'm saying but it happens. I swear I'll get the video and share it with you.
Do.
No, it happens in this country in Uganda.
I'm not surprised.
They're telling them, you know what? Here's this amount of money.
Yeah.
Try the deed.
Okay.
If you like it, then you are one. Then if you don't, then you're not. And then that's how some people get into the business, or not the business. That's how some people get into being gay. No, I'm not saying it just because. No, I saw it on TikTok. This man was doing a whole interview about it. And he was going against them and the government, but here we don't talk about certain things. But it's a real thing.
I also think also depending on the country you pick, I think South Africa is much more tolerant to that than Uganda.
Yeah.
We were in Nairobi. Well, did you go out to what's this, the club?
No. I don't.
Nairobi
didn't go to the club.
Nairobi is way more gay friendly than Kampala, from what I can see.
Yeah,
I was in the club yo, that's a dude in a mini skirt. He's 6'7". I've never seen it in the club in Kampala. Like a guy I've never seen it. You can never see it at Illusions or anything like that. Our governor, I saw it multiple times in Nairobi. I had to make sure, man, what club y'all bringing me to? Bro, you know what I mean? And I was with actually Raymond Kahuma, shout out to him. You wasn't there, but me, Raymond, some people from him, and we were with some other friends I know in Kenya.
Yeah,
it was a New Year's Day. We also saw a kid at that same club too with his parents. That was crazy. Nairobi, Africa, anything happens.
Man. Yeah,
but so Nairobi seems to be way less tolerant.
Yeah,
of homosexuality. So that's something I would think that if you in that community, you might want to look at
Kenya.
Kenya, maybe I'm not trying to say Kenya because Kenya's also against.
So they're more tolerant, not less.
I think from what I saw, the government, even Ruto's taking the same stand against homosexuality as Kenyatta did. So I don't want to get in trouble with it, but I would say you should look for places that are less tolerant, more tolerant. I know Joburg for sure. And South Africa is more like Europe. Yeah.
And speaking of Kenya, there's a recent story where a young man was killed, a young gay man. I think he was a mister of a certain university in Eldoret. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then he was killed. Everyone came out on social media saying, oh no, why do you hate gay people? Or they killed him because he was gay. Turns out his gay partner actually killed him.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm not trying to say go to Kenya or go to Joburg or anything because I don't want y'all coming in the comments, but maybe you find out what's the best. But I mean,
research is important.
Yeah, research is important because you want to respect the laws where you go. Like in America, it's cool, but here, the government said it's against the law. You should definitely respect where you're going because this is not the United States.
Yeah, it also wouldn't hurt for her to have some money because she mentioned that she's poor. So just to get you out of certain situations that you may find yourself in with a little money, you wouldn't.
Yeah. Little money goes a long way.
A long way, especially if you're gay and in Africa. You need to have cash on you.
Yeah.
You need to have cash on you if you're heterosexual in Africa.
You need money in general.
Yeah.
But what's your last remark anyway, before we close out?
My last remark is just be careful, do your research. Countries have laws and you have to respect them and just be safe. Yeah. If that makes any sense.
It does make sense.
Okay.
I mean, this was a controversial topic. I mean, I really didn't want to even pick it, but I mean, we are the Repat podcast, right? So we try to bring y'all the fire that other people will not. Again, I don't have any issue with anybody in the LGBTQ community or
You have to say the whole word. It's LGBTQ.
whatever. It's so many names for whatever. I mean, because y'all are still our people, but at the same time, you know, IA. Okay, good.
Yeah.
I don't have no problem with heterosexual. Anybody try anything sexual community. But just be understanding that, you know, your rights that you have in America, you don't have them in the place you want to go.
Yeah.
And, you know, God forbid you end up in the north of Nigeria trying that and where they just hang you. You know what I mean? Or someplace like that. People out here are real about what they believe in, especially some people that's in the devout. You have some people that preach fire and brimstone. And you know, and you have to understand that you don't have your American privilege is going to work against you. So there are things you can't do that will open doors, but will close doors and will get you deported in places like this. So you have to walk a fine line. Let your stuff that you do be very positive for the community, and anything negative can flip on the other side because you're a foreigner.
Yeah.
So you got to understand that, and you know,
just watch your back.
Yeah, you got to watch your back here. It's some people out here that'll get you.
Yeah, thank you for the advice. I think to just maintain about making research. Also, try not to push your agenda onto other people. Like, just be gay in peace. Don't try to convert the whole community to follow your ways just do your own thing. You don't have to.
Yeah.
Involve everyone in your business.
Yeah, true. If the way you are just naturally inspires someone to live their truth, then
okay, maintain. Okay.
Government, we are not encouraging homosexuality in Africa. Please do not arrest me.
If you want to come out of the closet,
arrest Maintain, not me.
You can.
I don't know. I don't want no problems. I love Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, guys, we're signing out. And thank you so much. Shout out to Anita. I hope this helped you in a way.
Yeah.
And if you are also concerned, go to the comment section and tell us what you're thinking. Leave your comment, read the comments, and maybe we'll react to it. Who knows?
I think we should do
tell the
more
boy
of
they
this,
can
definitely.
find you.
Yeah, find me everywhere at DJ Maintain, all social mediums.
Okay.
At O'Shea Duke, you know how it is. West Coast Stand Up. Here solving Africa's problems every day.
Okay, and follow us on Kenganda Nation on all social media platforms. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit the bell for notifications. Do all the nice things. Okay, we are dropping every few hours. We're just dropping a new video. Which podcast is doing it like us?
Let me think. No one.
No, exactly. That's why you need to subscribe to us and follow us. My name is Janita Maya. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.